England have beaten Scotland 3-1 following a domineering performance in the 150-year anniversary game since these two sides first faced. Although this was only classified as a friendly, I think that was sort of just in name only. Clearly both sides were playing to win and weren't treating this just like some ordinary international friendly. And I think there are some key takeaways that we can get from this game. The first has got to be that Jude Bellingham is simply sensational. He was fundamental to every goal we scored, obviously being key in the creation to the first goal, scoring the second, and then assisting the third. And all game, he was all over the pitch, all action midfielder, doing absolutely everything to a top level. I mean, what a talent we have on our hands. This player, I mean, he was easily man of the match by some way. It was an incredible performance, and simply he's one of the best midfielders in the world right now, based on form. I mean, I think he scored 8 goals in his last 7 games. I mean, for a midfielder, that's unbelievable. And also, you've got to think about his age as well. He could be playing for England for the next 10 years, or even more. It's incredible. And then the second takeaway from this game is that to give Southgate some credit, the starting lineup was pretty good and more of what I want to see from an England starting lineup. I mean, straight away when you look at the Ukraine game, Maguire and Henderson coming out the starting lineup, I think it's a big improvement over what we saw. The first half we absolutely dominated Scotland and we were so much more positive than what we were against Ukraine. We didn't give Scotland a sniff. I mean, that centre-back partnership of Dunk and Gay was so good. Even after Gay came off, Dunk looked so assured and confident in himself. I mean, this looked like it was his 50th international game and not his second. And then in the second half when Maguire came on, I thought we looked so much worse. Particularly that first 20-25 minutes of that second half. I mean, not to put all the blame on Maguire, but he doesn't help himself, does he? I mean, all of his passing, it's so sort of safe and negative, and I think because of that he invites pressure. He's just so slow on the ball, and then on top of all that he scores an own goal where he's caught out of position, which he often is. Then he has to end up sticking his foot out to try to stop the ball into the box, then ends up sending Ramsdale the wrong way and scoring an own goal. And the worst thing is, if he just left it, it would have gone straight to Ramsdale. So I think it's poor communication from both parties, really, as no one has said, that's my ball, leave it. But besides that error, I thought generally defensively we looked much better than we did when we played Ukraine. I mean, speaking of Kyle Walker, he's looked so good these past 2 games for us. I mean, the way he's able to slow down a game, just kill it off and command everyone just to knock the ball around, keep it basic, keep it slow. I mean, it's incredible. And then his ability to get up the pitch when we're attacking, and then his defensive ability just to get back as well. He's a fantastic player. You could argue right now he's the best right back in the world. Other notable performances from this game, I thought Foden and Rashford both looked good and certainly dangerous at times. Obviously Foden scored that goal, and then Rashford didn't really have any clear-cut chances, but his build-up play and dribbling with the ball at his feet were really solid tonight. And I think we're seeing a level of maturity to his game, which obviously is bound to come with age. And then something I need to talk about as well is Calvin Phillips. Coming into this game, when I saw the starting lineup, I was like shocked that he was starting, considering that he's barely played for Man City. I think he's played 6 minutes so far this season. But in fairness, I thought he looked all right. I still don't necessarily think he should be starting for England in midfield. I think you could argue that it should be Bellingham and then Declan Rice and then Phil Foden. But still, I thought the midfield we started was quite good and certainly good enough to get past Scotland. But other than that, I don't really think there's a lot more we can take away from this game just because how poor Scotland looked. I mean, look, they're light years away from England in terms of the quality. We could have put out a third string side today and I think still comfortably beat them. And if England went for the throat tonight, I honestly think we could have beaten them by about 6 goals. I mean, after the first 2 that we scored, I think we sort of just looked to manage the game, slow it down. And then obviously Scotland scored to make it 2-1 in the second half. And straight away England switched it back on and pretty quickly restored that 2-goal advantage. And then even before that, Eze had a one-on-one with the keeper from that sensational pass from Kyle Walker, but unfortunately couldn't quite finish that off. But like I said, as soon as we restored that 2-goal advantage, the Scottish crowd were silenced, and then I don't think Scotland could, even get back into the game at that point. Overall, I thought this was a great performance by England, and now we move on and we look ahead to Australia and Italy, who we're going to face in the next 2 games in the international break next month. But yeah, that's all I've got to say on this game. Thanks for watching.